Hi, welcome to AFTV News Daily. This is your one-stop shop for all Arsenal's news today. Tonight's top story is... That sounded well professional, innit? That sounded well professional.
You didn't even finish it.
That sounded well professional.
You didn't even finish it.
Odegaard... I don't know, wait, let me just see. What is the title?
My word.
Odegaard transfer boost. No. Arsenal transfer boost. Hi guys.
You prepped, didn't you?
I prepped.
Yeah, and you're getting a phone call on set.
Yeah.
Do you want to just... I let you present this, and it's just all gone... Never mind.
Listen, it's the beginning. Hello everyone. I hope everyone's okay and well. We are back with another News Daily. Let's get into this. Let's get straight into it. I mean, we've got...
Let's get straight to a comment. Cameron says, Cecil, you're a joker, man. AFTV wouldn't be the same without you. That's sweet.
Big up, Cameron. That's nice.
We've got to read the night one. The night ones? The nice ones.
Yeah, big up.
The rest is everyone accusing us of being late. Look, we're sorry, okay?
And then Nicholas says... Cecil's on, I'm off. See you later, Nicholas. Have a good day. Take care. Yeah, right. We got a lot of news to go through. Obviously, we're gonna go through some comments as well. Let's ask, how are you though today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Season is fast approaching.
Friday.
Oh god.
Friday. I honestly can't wait.
I've never felt this mixed about an upcoming season.
I've never not felt excited. I've never not felt so unincited. I think it's not a word. Unenthusiastic. I got there in the end about a season beginning. Do you know what? I used to love the beginning of a Premier League season.
Because there was
couldn't
hope.
really be bothered. Yeah,
this year could be our year. Last year we were only 22 points off the top. This year we could do it.
Yeah. Is there hope? Is there what? Is there no hope? There's not. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Is there no hope at all?
No, of course. Like, Leicester won the title in 2016. Of course, there's hope. Like, there is hope that you start strong, you build momentum, you don't get injuries. I still believe if we made no more signings today, we have a very competent first 11. Notice I said competent, not. I don't think we have that. Like, when Leicester won the league, we didn't know about Kante.
No.
We didn't know about Well, we did, but we didn't know about Mahrez being as good as he could, or Vardy. Like, some players would have to fly up a few levels.
But you could see they had some qualities in them that were quite, in my opinion, quite exciting from probably pre-season or
as the
season get-go.
As the season went on, we started to learn that actually these players are quality.
Yeah.
I don't know which players at Arsenal, bar the obvious ones we know about, are going to start producing more than we think they're capable of, and that's why signings are needed, and that's why I think Arsenal fans have been disappointed about players like Joe Willock leaving, because I think there was a sense that Joe Willock might blossom, at, what is he, 23, 22, 23, might blossom at that age. People forget that Aaron Ramsey obviously had the leg break which slowed him down, but it wasn't until a little bit later, maybe 3-4 years at Arsenal, he lost a year, that he started scoring goals from midfield quite frequently. So, anyway, very long-winded answer, but essentially we need signings. And until we get them, it's hard to get too excited.
It is very hard to get excited. Oh, you're very right there, James. I'm going to be honest. I think we've seen a lot from the players that we are going into the new season with. And tonight, I'm not filled with excitement. Go on, do you want to read some super chats?
We do have a super chat from Arnab says, we needed a right back, number 10, and a goalkeeper. Instead, we got Len. If anyone doesn't know, Arsenal today unveiled their third kit. We're going to talk about the third kit in a bit, are we?
Yeah, we're going to...
What?
That's here, we didn't...
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to talk about the third kit. Arsenal basically unveiled it and promoted it with a video of basically Arsenal fans like Len. Go watch it, it's on their social channels. I like the video. Like, there's obviously a lot of Arsenal legends in it. There's a lot of references to Arsenal's history. It was a nice video, but I think with these sort of things, Arsenal and Adidas are always going to make very good promotional content.
Yeah.
I think the Arsenal fans just aren't in the mood for it right now. You know what I mean? I think Arsenal fans are just a little bit like, great, this is nice. You've made me feel a bit nostalgic about the club. Great, but, it's not going to help the football team. And I think maybe there's that sort of sense amongst Arsenal fans right now.
Yeah.
But really, right now, it's signings and wins are the only thing that are going to make us happy, really, right now. But, yeah. So that's the context to Len. So thanks for the super chat. But go on, what is the news that we're covering today? We've got Odegaard. What else?
Okay, so
I haven't planned anything. This is...
No, it's great. It's fine.
I've left this to
To me.
To you, to guide the show and all.
I'm excited to lead the show, as I sometimes do. We've got a lot of time, me and Turkish, I kind of lead it. But we're going to go straight into some news. I haven't got the news on Odegaard, so I was going to let you obviously do that right at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But we'll start with Tammy Abraham, ladies and gentlemen. Tammy Abraham, Roma agreed £34 million deal to sign Chelsea striker. This is from a publication today. Chelsea would prefer to sell Abraham to a foreign team than a Premier League rival. 23-year-old striker fell out of favour at Stamford Bridge after Thomas Tuchel replaced Frank Lampard. Arsenal also interested, in signing the England forward. I'm going to quickly move on to the second bit, and then, James, we can have our say about this. Roma have agreed a £34 million deal for Tammy Abraham, so I spoke about. The 23-year-old striker must now decide if he wants to join the Italian club, who managed by former Chelsea boss Jose Mourinho. Now, on this, there's also been a lot of word from Tammy. I believe from Tammy Abraham. I don't know if this is 100% true, but he's made it very clear that he would rather be at Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I believe that the club, like he just said there, they don't want him to join, obviously, a rival team. For me, I still don't know. I still haven't made like a full answer to the fact that do I want to see Tammy in an Arsenal shirt? I still don't know. I still like Lacazette. I think he doesn't offer too much more than him. If I'm completely honest, if you have Lacazette to the end of his contract, I don't see the need in bringing in Abraham. That's kind of where I'm at. You?
Yeah. Well, let's break down the news. So obviously Roma have showed their hand now. And I think we were right not to sell Xhaka to them, because they were offering 14 million euros, which is 12 million quid, and they're ready to splash 34 million. Albeit, I think it's a loan with an option to buy, but the point is the money's there somewhere. So I'm glad we didn't sell Xhaka, because they're willing to spend that on Abraham, who. What does that tell you? Either it tells you that Roma are trying to mark us off, or it tells you that Abraham's a much better player than Xhaka. Two different positions, but in terms of what they offer. So whatever, let's not dwell on that too much. In terms of, do I want Abraham at Arsenal? I think this is looking more and more likely by the day. It's a rumour that's not going away. I feel like there's a lot of rumours that have been hanging around, like Abraham, like Aaron Ramsdale. I think these are deals that might get done just because we keep hearing about it. We keep hearing about it, so clearly the club are working quite hard. Clearly, with obviously Ben White coming in as well, there's a emphasis on English.
Yeah.
Some people I've seen online suggesting that there are new Premier League rules coming into play because of Brexit that maybe Arsenal know of. Maybe, obviously Richard Garlick used to work for the Premier League, now he works for Arsenal. Maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe he knows something that the club are trying to act on now to protect their long-term future. I don't know. As Abraham, as a player, I like him. I think he's more complete than Aubameyang and Lacazette in terms of.
Oh wow!
Well, no, complete.
This could get clipped. Remember, this.
He's more complete in that he can do more. I think he can do a bit of both of what they do, but I'm not sure if there's anything he does definitely better.
Right.
So obviously he's fast. He can get behind. We saw him score some great goals where Jorginho would ping it over the top or whatever at Chelsea, and he can break the lines. He can go and beyond. He can come short. He can knock it up. He's a big guy. Like obviously hold up play, but I don't think that's his strength. But I think when you're naturally that big anyway, you're going to be a handful. Like I think there's some real qualities that I can see why Arteta would like him. And he's a goal scorer, like he's a poacher as well. He gets those goals where you've got a split second in the box and you turn and you hit it, and it's about instinct.
Yeah,
and I think he's only going to get better.
I agree. I think I spoke with Lewis from Blues Fan TV, and he said Tammy Abraham does not head the ball.
Yeah,
he's terrible in the air, and he's a poacher. That's where he goes. But I kind of think we kind of already have that in Eddie Nketiah.
But Eddie Nketiah feels more limited as a player.
Agreed.
And that's not a criticism. Aubameyang is actually very limited as a player.
100%.
But he's just he's in bad form now. But he's so good at what he does well.
Goal scoring.
Right. So I'm not trying to criticise Nketiah there, but I think you look at the way Arteta keeps jumping between. Since he's been at Arsenal, he's jumped between formations, he's jumped between styles, he's jumped between, does he want a Pepe left footer on the left, does he want Smith Rowe, whatever. I think part of that is because Arteta maybe wants a team that, 11 players that can do multiple things. Ben White can play centre back, right back in midfield.
Agreed.
And he wants him in one game to use kind of elements of of the skills you need to play all those positions. Drift out wide if you need to receive the ball. Come into midfield if you need to beat the press and start an attack for Arsenal. So I think Tammy Abraham, being a very complete striker, is part of the reason why maybe we want him. But are we going to get him? Do you think we're going to get him?
I don't think so. Is he worth 34 million?
And I don't think he is personally.
I don't think he is either as well. I think that's quite high price.
But I don't care too much. Unless I heard we were spending 100 million, then I'd be like, oh, you idiots. But
and if I'm completely honest, guys, I don't know how it is now, but I know back in the day when we was players, it normally goes down to the club's decision of where you go. It's not, unless you're a big time player, say like Messi, you don't really get the choice to say, oh no, I'm going here, I'm going to make this deal happen. It is heavily it's 50-50 normally. But
look at Harry Kane.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's more 70-30 when it comes to, I want to go to this club, or the club decides where you're going to go. So I actually believe he's probably going to likely go to Rome, even though it's not 100% over the line yet, but that is kind of the way it's heading.
I'm going to take some super chats. Ricardo hasn't said anything but has sent a super chat, so thank you very much. The Prodigy FC says, just watched a backstory video of Cecil, amazed, and he's saying he's amazed.
Yes,
Tell him about that quick.
So of recent, just to let everyone know this, AFTV filmed this documentary of my life. They filmed it, they uploaded it onto the channel. It was 2 years ago. It was near the time where I just set up my company, and they released it. But obviously, because there's so much content, as you can see, we're here every day speaking to you guys. I also uploaded it myself on my own channel. I don't do much on my own channel, but it's just something that is about my life as a player. So I thought I might as well upload it. So I've done that, and of recent, it's got, I think it's set to like 30,000 views. It had like 3, not even 3. It had like 300. So I think people have seen that I'm here, and probably checked onto my channel and seen the documentary. But again, I speak about me being an ex-footballer. It's annoying speaking about hate. There are guys that are like, oh yeah, I used to play back in the day, and people in the pub, my knee ruined my career. I hate all that, so I try not to talk too much about it. But the documentary on the channel gives you a bit of a better indication of kind of what happened, nice. What went on. Obviously, we're 2 years in front of that now, 3 years. So a lot has happened since it's finished. But I think that's what he's talking about. And big up everyone that has watched it and commented. I respond to every comment on there because obviously it's my channel. So thank you.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Right, enough of that.
back to the fuck it. Cecil, it's not about you anyway. Let's
bloody hell, eh?
Oh, well, long-winded this guy
Right, so to round off the show,
I really enjoyed talking about that.
No, it is cool, man. It's cool. Well done. So yeah, go check it out. Is it Cecil G?
Yeah, no, it's just don't worry about it. Go on, next in the chat.
I've got nothing to promote. No, but well done. Go check. Is it Cecil G. Thomas? Is that your YouTube?
I don't, bro. I think I don't even know. Let me check.
Superb promotion.
Cecil.
All right.
Yeah, Cecil G.
Super
Thomas.
chat from Wayne Sage. He says, "Wait, is the transfer window closed? Did the deadline day change to the 10th of August? Damn, could have sworn there was like 21 days left."
There is.
There is. Yeah. I think is he maybe implying that we're maybe too negative about there's still time to go, we don't need to worry? Maybe that's the angle Wayne's going. But anyway, there's a super chat, Wayne. Ricardo says, I want Arsenal to start bad. So that Arteta and possibly Edu get sacked before they sell Guendouzi and Saliba. 2 good players being wasted on loan. I don't think I want Arsenal to lose so that Saliba and Guendouzi have good careers.
Yeah,
I wish them all the best.
I don't want Arsenal to lose at all. Period. I can't deal with how
I'm being sarcastic here.
Yeah.
But my point is, I think Saliba and Guendouzi are very talented footballers, and I wish them all the best. I don't care whether we win, if we were to ever win the league, whether they're there or not. I love Bukayo Saka, but I don't care if we're going to win it with him or not. I just want to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Football moves on. Players come and go. I'm joking, I kind of do care if we have Saka. That'd be pretty special. But, so, Ricardo, I think you're trying to suggest this kind of like short-term pain for long-term gain thing, but for me, I never want Arsenal to lose. Like, no matter who's playing, who's in charge or whatever.
Agreed. And if I'm honest, those are the problems that I think Arteta is for me is one of them. But I mean, the board, like, let's look at Kroenke. I'd rather want him to leave, and us losing the first couple games he's not going to leave if that happens, in my opinion. So that if you want to look at the bigger picture, that's the real bigger picture. We've got to try and get him out before looking at Arteta and Eddie, but go on.
So, super chat from Yasavi doesn't say anything, just a super chat. Thank you. But then Bhushan says, Cecil, much respect after I watched the documentary. Plus, you guys make it fun, so big up you all at AFTV. I'll read the rest. Only that guy Julian yesterday was Stan Kroenke's advocate. Listen, big up Julian. Do you know what I love about Julian? I don't always agree with everything, but he doesn't just take an opinion and roll with it. He'll challenge it. He'll go, okay, but why?
But why? Yeah.
And I like that. And I think more fans actually need to be. Whether you agree with this take or not, I think more fans need to be like that. I remember when I said to him, we really need the Kroenkes out. He said, but why?
Yeah.
And I stopped and I thought, wow, I've got to articulate this. And I knew.
Yeah, that's
but
what
like I was so used to just saying, get him out. But he kind of challenged me one,
Yeah, so I was the same. I was very
you
much.
Need your Julian.
I was very much on the Kroenke out wave, and I still am, and always will be. But he just said, why? Like they don't spend. You keep saying, but they just don't spend smart. He says the businesses run. They're not football people. They put that into the power of people that are supposed to be the football people for Arsenal, but they're just not dealing with the business right. And he was saying, how do you blame the Kroenkes for that? And that is an argument, even though I do want the owners to care more, and they should care more. That's why I'm so against the Kroenkes. But he's right when he says they have spent. They bought Pepe and all. They have spent in windows and stuff. And he was very well articulating, like, they're just not spending smartly. There's so much business and so much money wasted within the club that it's not down to them. And I was like, it's a fair point.
There are arguments for this whole situation not being all on the Kroenkes. I agree, but the bigger picture is the guys at the top.
Yeah, they have to fall.
It's always. So, yes, I haven't changed my stance on them. But,
same.
I appreciate there's other arguments. Another super chat, AT Football. We will get back to the news, but thank you for all the super chats. Random point. Ironic that we never played to Giroud's strengths. He leaves, we start whipping balls into the box frequently. Cecil flying that kit, by the way.
Yeah, AT Football says Cecil looking flying that kit. Not gonna lie, come on, you kind of said that right at the beginning as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, thank you. Kate.
Listen, we didn't have Arteta and Giroud at the club at the same time. Manager player, we did have them playing together.
Yeah,
it was a testing time.
No, that was
no, to be fair, they came closer to winning the title than this current group. KD says J&C, I assume it means James and Cecil. Can you answer why we are delaying to sign players? Also, why is Arteta so stubborn in certain players and not going for smart buys? Long season ahead. Depends what you call smart buys. Stubborn with certain players, I agree there is a stubbornness for certain players. Why would it take it so long to delay signing players? I don't think it's voluntary. I don't think it's a choice. I think we're just not getting the players in we want.
I think I don't
think we're choosing to wait.
I think they're waiting for outgoings. That's what they.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, they've said it from the beginning. They said we need to move on players before we start bringing in players. Even though I believe the Kroenkes have the money to bring in players, but I think they're trying to fund the players they want to bring in by waiting for them to leave. Now that Willock has gone to it's not fully. Is it fully confirmed? What do you call it?
He's on the brink.
He's on the brink to go to Newcastle. I think once that deal's over the line, I generally believe that we will see. And I actually said, I believe this week. This is my own opinion. This is not fact. I believe this week we'll see a signing before the season starts. I think Lee has the same opinion as me. I think he said that in the Forever Arsenal podcast of recent. I think there will be a signing this week.
He's pretty confident.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's fly through these last super chats, and
there's more. There's
loads, and we'll read them out. Then we'll go through the rest of the news because there is actually lots of stuff to talk about. Yasavi, again with another super chat, thank you very much. There is a club that purchased the world's greatest player in 3 days. We, on the other hand, are yet to get a backup goalkeeper. That's a good point. John Bravo says Tammy Abraham confirmed personal terms. That's not. Some are suggesting that.
I saw that today.
There was reports, but others have denied it.
Yeah.
Saim J with the super chat says, if we can get a goalkeeper, a number 10, strike in by August 31st, do you think it's worth being patient to see if Arteta can assimilate them and lead us to top 6/top 4 by the end of the season? Because we are last minute signing FC. No, I think if we have a bad start, because we didn't have those players in, that's also down to him. But I do get that point as well. Quincy, this isn't a super chat, but I just think, nice to read it out. It says Julian was a very good guest. I agree. I think Julian was superb.
I think it was a good show.
Max Lindra's super chat says, hi lads, if we get Basuma, Maddison as striker, top 4 is on, but no, we won't. We will wait till next summer and buy players a year too late while other clubs grow. These are flying in.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your comments, guys. This is what it's about.
Yeah, man.
It's hearing from you guys. Go on.
Adian with a super chat. Hi guys, hope you're both doing well. Just worried the longer we fall further and further behind to teams above us, more we'll be losing our great history. Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in that. You think how easily other teams have been forgotten despite what they've done in their history. And then Say Up with a super chat says, the more I think about it, the more I'm worried about our centre forward options. I'm getting more open to Abraham now. Who do you guys think we should get? Love from Malaysia. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. And thanks for the super chat.
I don't really know striking wise. I know we need a strike.
Tammy Abraham's a shout. They're talking about Vlahovic from Fiorentina. They're talking about Joaquin Correa from Lazio. They're talking about the obvious one, Lautaro Martinez. That's gone quiet. Now Spurs might be ahead with that.
Yeah. Would you have taken Ings? I know he's gone to Villa.
No, I think the age. I think Ings is a very good striker.
Yeah.
But I'd rather invest in getting Lacazette back to his best, or certainly Aubameyang back to his best. I think if Ings was like 23, 24, yeah. But I think, was he 29? I might be wrong. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I think
he's younger.
I think he is. He's touching. He's close to 30.
Well, what's the latest news?
Here we go. So let's just rattle through some news. So here we go. Torreira update. Lazio are still interested in signing Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira this month, according to Corriere Sport. Hope I said that.
I'll allow it.
Thank you very much. The Gunners are understood to be keen on offloading Torreira this summer, which I find extremely interesting considering our midfield dilemmas right now. And the Italian club have emerged as a potential suitors. The reports claim that Lazio are looking to replace the aging Lucas Leiva. And the Uruguay midfielder has been identified as that man.
Well done.
Thanks. Thoughts on Torreira? Would you want to see? I think you're a fan of him, aren't you?
I'm a fan of him.
Would you be disappointed to see him leave? Obviously, Willock, like I said, he's close on the brink.
No, we need to upgrade. But if he stayed, I'd feel like he could prove a point at Arsenal.
This is what I believe they're waiting for, James. They're trying to get rid of players before, which is frustrating for us as fans.
Yeah.
And it's really affecting me because I'm just like I keep saying, we are probably the furthest behind in this league at the moment from where we were. We should have done business early on, but hey, we're choosing to wait. So we're waiting for the outgoings.
He's a brilliant fit for Lazio because we know Maurizio Sarri likes to play with a kind of a distributor and like a 4-3-3 as his holding midfielder. Torreira, I don't think ever got enough credit for actually how good he is on the ball. I think he's very sort of nippy and he's got quick feet and get out of tight situations. And obviously, we know he loves the tackle and interception. We know he loves to sort of get stuck in. So I think he's very suited to Maurizio Sarri and Lazio. Lucas Leiva, I couldn't believe when I found out from my cousins the other day that he's still playing. They said he's brilliant as well. I remember at Liverpool thinking he was one of the worst players. He's at Liverpoul. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to not rate him, but over the years I understood him. I used to think it was quality, but he's still doing brilliantly out there apparently. It's a deal that needs to happen because he's not happy here, and we want to upgrade. Yeah, look, how old is he?
That's what I'm looking for.
34. See, I'd have said older. But there you go.
He didn't really set the world alight, but I suppose.
I think.
I don't know.
Was he still at Liverpool when Klopp arrived? Lucas, I think he might have been.
Really? I think he was. He was in the kit where he was in that kit when he was there. This kit here.
Yeah. Right.
So that was when
click on his profile. Sorry, we're doing. I want to look at photos of Lucas.
Sorry, I don't know. My laptop's very slow.
But anyway, while you're loading that, I think Torreira is one to move on. If he stayed, I'd like him to have a shot at getting in the team. I think what's interesting. Last time we were on this show, I told you that I was angry about the Torreira situation. Do you remember?
That's why I
said I want him to
be brought in back into the side.
Exactly. Yeah. But as Robbie said on Transfer Daily a while ago. And Robbie was absolutely spot on. I didn't even know this. He had to quarantine after the Copa America, and he couldn't. Something to do with not being able to get a direct flight. So he's had to. Basically, it's not his choice. He's not been able to come back to Arsenal training, which is a shame because I'd love to have seen him there. But yeah, so it's not his fault. So I just want to put that out there because I think some fans are maybe thinking that he's choosing not to be at the club, which isn't the case.
Lucas Leiva left in 2017. Klopp arrived in 2015. So yeah, they were there. Mad, isn't it?
He only left in 2017.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, look, Liverpool 2007, 2017.
Wow.
Mad, right? Right,
go on. Next bit of news.
Right, next bit. Do you know what? We haven't got as much as I thought. I wanted to. Here we go. But let me just. Do you know what? It's a Carabao Cup update because this was because this was news to me. Obviously, we're not in Europe.
At the bottom of the Marmite barrel, aren't we?
We're not in Europe,
Carabao
bro.
Cup update.
We have to. This is the cup we're playing for this season. So I'm gonna go through it. So I'm going to quickly just read this. This is from Football London. Arsenal used to enter in at the third round stage, but having not qualified for Europe, they must enter a round early, and details for the second round draw have been confirmed. The first round action gets away this week with ties to be played on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, August 10th and 11th. Sorry, I'm going to carry on. When is the Carabao Cup second round draw? For you guys to pay attention to here. The draw for the second round will take place on Wednesday night, August the 11th. It will be conducted on Sky Sports. Okay, and that'll be around 7:45 p.m. And then lastly, we're going to speak about who could Arsenal face. So we could either face, every Premier League club that is also not involved in European competition next season, as well as West Brom, Fulham, despite the relegation from top flight last season. In terms of London clubs, it'll be Brentford, Crystal Palace and Watford will join the Gunners in round 2. Cool. Carabao Cup!
The news just keeps getting better and better, man. Listen, I hope we win it because I want to win trophies, but yeah, it's not at the top of our priority list, is it?
Well, you say no, it's not. But you say that. But if we
have Europe, we should be putting a strong team out in it.
Right,
yeah,
right. We should be taking it extremely serious because the top 4, from what I've seen so far, doesn't seem massively achievable. So unless we have a shock, it could change. It could have a shock season like the Leicester season, and we might be able to sneak in. But we've had many shocks within the league, the COVID season and whatnot. And we haven't capitalised. Thank you very much. So hopefully this will be the season where we could do, but if we don't, we should be taking the Carabao Cup extremely serious.
All right, well,
I've got more
there's your Carabao Cup update.
Yeah, Carabao Cup update.
Shall we talk about this kit that's come out?
Oh!
What?
Okay, let's do the kit.
What, do you have something else in mind?
There's just there's a few other things I wanted to rattle off, but if you want to go through the kit.
Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. Okay, cool. So, vaccines, this released today. It's a publication from, let me get the source. Oh, The Athletic. Lovely jubbly. So this is from The Athletic today. Vaccines will not be mandatory for Premier League players during the start of the season. I hate vaccine talk. Really don't want to spend too long on it. Not a massive fan, but I'm just going to read what was said. The Premier League players will not be required to have the COVID-19 vaccinations for the opening months of the 2021 to 2022 season. The British government had intended that from October 1st, all match attendees, including players, would have to prove they've had 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. So yeah, that was kind of where we're at, and it says as the Premier League continues to adapt to the changing COVID-19 situation, the Athletic understands further guidance surrounding safety has also been delivered to top flight clubs. So that's kind of it. Players not to be vaccinated. I'm going to be honest, doesn't sit well with me. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't sit great with me. If I'm completely honest, I think they should be, especially if they're saying that potentially we'll have to be double vaccinated to go and attend games. Don't want to spend too long on it. James, I don't know your thoughts. I know you're double jabbed.
This is so difficult, man.
It's
I want to live in a world where people can choose, what they do with their health. Mm-hmm. But this is not football. This is borderline political, and it's health, and it's a lot of things. So let's spend too long. But it is an interesting update. That's the position that is being put forward to footballers. So all we do is hope. And wish them good health and all that. We've seen players, time in pre-season. We've seen players lose time in the season. I think was it Alan St Maximin at Newcastle who suffered quite badly with it. Mm-hmm. I think he was out for a long time. So, we just hope everyone stays fit and healthy. That's the important thing, inside and outside of football. Yes. I'm going to take a super chat from Bob Jones. Says,
go to kit.
Is it not worthwhile to take time to have a manager develop as well? We are becoming a younger side. It's important for the youth to have stability. I think there's a lot of truth in that. But Arsenal can't stay away from. Listen, you can have years outside the top 4, like it's got more competitive than ever before, but I don't think you can have years outside the top 6. I think that's really damaging for the club. Andy Arsenal says, no ifs and buts for Kroenke. Remember when they sold Robin van Persie and Sanchez to Man United, our rival? They never used their own funds to buy players.
Super chats are flying.
Yeah, Raj in our super chat says, would you guys take Sardar Azmoun? He's a striker, 26 years old, and he plays for Zenit. Last year we were linked with him. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Azmoun. Do you? I'll do my research. More chats. Super chat from Dan. What's that you're wearing, James? In other news, I'm worried about this season. What's that? Oh, he's asked what watch I'm wearing. Oh, just a watch. In other news, I'm worried about this season. Lifelong Gooner, but can't see where we're going. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people echo that. Shreth again with super chat. Thank you, Shreth. Always contributing to this channel. Thank you. Says, why couldn't we buy Sabitzer, Aouar and Matt Ryan? Even City closed a £100 million transfer a week before the season. In 2 weeks, Chelsea could close Lukaku. What are we doing? It's a good point. It always seems to be us that takes a long time.
I know there's a lot. That's why I think Tammy's on his way out as well. It's probably going to happen this week as well.
So many super chats.
There's loads of super chats. I'm just going to read one comment as well.
Yeah, do it.
Because I don't want to just do the super chats. So guys, I've got Drill Boss here saying big upsets for my G and James. I can't stand the board. No Cam yet. I personally don't expect us. We are just so poor at the moment. I think for some reason we will finish like 8th again. How about you? Yeah. There's not been anything showing me that we're going to be up the table, but yeah,
fair enough.
Go on, Carol.
Shivayana says huge transfers rarely help drastically, but young and cheap and cultivate a squad. Tie down Saka and the likes. 10,000 a week for Saka is laughable. Yeah.
Yep. And on that, Baker Man says it's a Rolex Robbie brought him.
It's really not. James Harper, not me, says, why do people keep saying how good Odegaard would be? Did we not have him in the second half of the season and still need a creative player? No, I disagree. I thought he was very good. We need more in central midfield, I think. Someone more flair in central midfield. Rohit says, why aren't we going for Dominic Calvert-Lewin? He's good in the air and will complement Aubameyang. I completely agree with that shout, actually. And then Wayne Sage again says, please, we do not need Tammy Abraham. He's a counterfeit Danny Welbeck. He offers nothing to improve Arsenal. Great business to sell Willock. Okay, so very mixed feelings about Tammy Abraham and his potential signing.
Yeah. Gareth Henry says James Ward-Prowse is the ideal signing. Do you agree?
I like Ward-Prowse.
So do I. Do you think I don't think he would come here personally.
He does love Southampton, I think. I don't know. I think he might. Yeah, I think the right offer he might. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Sorry. Just reading some more of the. Tino says Odegaard is not good enough as well.
Should we chat about Odegaard? Is it time?
No, it's the kit time. You want to speak about the kit? The new kit?
This damn kit.
All right, let's talk about the new kit, the third kit.
Well, let me just ask you, forget the whole, should you buy it, should you not? We're not here to talk about it. I want to ask you, though, do you like it?
It's Gareth. Sorry, I read out Gareth but I thought, remember when I did the Eric, right? So this Gareth guy, it says, that's how it's spelt, and that's what it says, but I just thought it was Gareth, because obviously I thought Eric is Eric, and now I thought, so now I've said, do you know what, I've really, sorry, I say
Gareth Southgate.
No, his name's Gareth Henry, but I just thought he forgot the E in his name, but he probably didn't because it's his name. I shouldn't really, yeah. Anyway, let's get to let's forget that one. So the third kit, yeah, I like it. I like it. Sorry, Gareth Henry, I probably butchered your name, but I tend to do that.
Thank you for tuning in.
The third kit.
I don't love it. Yeah, I know. Everyone else loves it.
I like it.
And I'm like, what am I missing? Like, everyone loves it.
It's nice. What,
like, all I've seen on my timeline is, Arsenal really annoy me, but man, they have amazing kits. I'm like, yeah, I normally agree. I don't think this is one of them. I'm
not even a fan normally of
I think there's too much going on personally. I'm not, yeah. It might grow on me. I think a lot of kits, when you see it worn, you feel differently about it. Like they are designed to be seen in a certain way on TV or from a distance or whatever.
The home kit I actually have started to like a bit more now.
I like the home kit
since I've seen it in person. But
like the away kit, when it first came out, I loved it, and then I saw it on with the yellow shorts and in a match, and I thought we look like a piece of candy or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just you see those bright colour like sweets.
Yeah.
I thought we looked.
So what? Do you not like the away kit as well? You've got the away top.
Not as much.
James,
I don't know, but I'm talking about the kit, not just the shirt on its own.
Okay.
I don't know. It's nice. It's fine. It's all right. I think if we have a good season, it'll be one of those iconic shirts.
Well, that's what you're saying. You're saying it's going to grow on you, but that's what it relies on, is us having a good season.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
You know when like some vintage shirts I've got, not all, because I think there's some really nice.
There's
vintage
some really
shirts.
nice. The vintage version of this is amazing. The Blue Lightning,
right?
The
but
old
some
one.
I don't like. They just remind me of a great time. Or they just, or reminds me of a player who wore it. Like
I get that, because the O2 kit for me, the red one, the home
this
jersey,
one is so nice.
Yeah, this is my favourite.
Yeah, that's just nice.
But the O2 red one, the home kit, the original one, the unbeatable season one. If I'm honest, I'm not a massive fan of it, but it was the unbeatable season year, so it's like I gotta love it, but it's not my favourite, if I'm completely honest. And this one definitely is.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think you're right in what you're saying. It takes you back to a time. Will this take us back to a time?
It's nice. It's got.
We'll relate to.
I can see people wearing it like socially.
It's a good third kit, because if we look at Tottenham's away kit looks like a third kit. It's crazy. Right. This one is crazy, but it's a third kit, so it makes sense. I think our home and away kits are very, just simple and neat and clean.
Yeah, Bushan says, I really didn't like the third kit either, and I hated the way it was launched. Fair enough. What's happening here? Sorry, I'm just having technical difficulties. We've got some super chats. Evan says, if we had to finish top 4 without any more signings, would you say it's down to the head coach or the new signings? I know it's far off, just curious. I'm slightly confused by the question. If we had to finish top 4 without any more signings, would you say it's down to the head coach or the new? So would it be down to us not getting new signings? I don't know. I think that's down to the head coach ultimately. And then Simon with the super chat says, we're giving Ober a lot of benefit of the doubt. So we're saying we need a 10. What we actually need is his form. Rest of the team is pulling their weight. That's an interesting point. Like, I think in possession, in the press and stuff, we looked quite good against Chelsea and Spurs, but we were so easily outdone at the back, and we were so toothless in the final third. That's where Pepe, Aubameyang, and Lacazette need to come alive. So yeah, maybe there's a point there.
Rocco365, obviously he's one of our moderators. He's in the chat. He says the third kit is underrated, and he's a connoisseur of kits. So I agree. I like the third kit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not trying. Sorry, that sounds like I'm like he likes it.
I understand why people like it. I do understand why people like it. Maybe I need to see it. Andy says, not alone, James. New kit sucks. So there we go.
All right.
2-2.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Josh in the back. 3-2. We're 3-2. What a turnaround.
Where are my third kit lovers? Come on. Show yourselves. All right, third kit. Okay, well, listen, I think it's suitable for a third kit. I think it's nice. The campaign that they did to release it, the campaign they did to release it, the Len, I know you spoke about at the beginning.
I quite like it. It was sweet.
It was actually quite a nice advert.
I liked it. I just think
it should be
people
Robbie.
Are not...
It should be, do you know Rob? I put that on my Insta. I'm sorry.
Imagine if it was that.
That's what it should have been.
I really like. I like the video. I like the way Arsenal and Adidas promote their Adidas wear and stuff and cool. But I just think Arsenal fans aren't in the mood for it right now.
No, I think that's a good.
You know
that's a great point. Yeah. We're not in the mood for it right now. But they had to release it at some point. Like, do you release it after the Brentford game?
No. They have to release it. No, they had to do everything they did.
But you just said we're just not in the mood right now.
Just don't be surprised that a lot of Arsenal fans are like, it's nice, but where are the signings? You know, like us. That's the general mood of Arsenal fans right now. But Arsenal, I'm not criticising the club. They have to release it. They have to do promotional material. They have to be excited about it, because we are still excited about new kits and all that. But there's just a certain mood amongst the fan base right now.
Yes. Right. Wait, I have other things.
You have other things?
Yeah, just these are things. Sorry, guys. These are things that have been included that I just have saved on my phone. I just want to discuss and want to put up. So obviously, Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah, he's back.
Yep. So on the 7th of the 8th, he won a gold medal for Brazil. On the 9th, he was back in training. Now that is commendable, massively from a player's perspective. He's basically just said, I don't need a summer off, really. And I think he's switched on in the sense that he wants to prove that he can play for this club and be a main figure in the attack this season. I respect it loads, because there was many a times last season I was like, why are we not bringing on Martinelli? Why is Martinelli not playing? I actually went as far to thinking that Arteta had an agenda against him. But I think this season now he's kind of proved just by coming back early and not having a summer to take time off, that he's like, no, I want to be playing and be considered as basically a starter this as the season begins this week. Hopefully he'll be involved on Friday.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. I think it's too soon for him.
Okay.
No, I don't personally. I think they will deem it too soon for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see him involved. Another super chat from Shreth says, why should we buy young players, cultivate them, have a long-term goal, etc.? How long before we activate short-term success plan to win the Premier League? How many years? Yeah, David Dean. I'm sure it's not the real David Dean says, Aubameyang is finished. Been saying this is the reality. Arsenal should get a striker. It looks like we are targeting one.
Yeah, I believe that is what we're looking at right now. Is a new striker to come in.
Yeah.
This long-term, short-term plan is very interesting to me, because I actually believe that this year we haven't got massively high expectations for Arsenal as a fan base. I can't speak about everyone in general, but I know from people that I've been around and spoke to that we haven't got massive expectations, even though we have no European football. Right now we should be rebuilding properly. Like, we should be bringing in the signings to basically, push ourselves back to where we should be. I think this should be the start of I don't want to say the process. The start of just a rebuild, basically. And I know we've been in a rebuild for a long time, but we're not seeing like we want to push on. I don't see anything from Arsenal to say, okay, no, this is the plan in 5 years, this is the plan in 3 years. We're looking to head back to where we were a few years ago, like in our great days. There's no sign of that. So I think this will be the season to really start that. Even last season, I suppose it'd be difficult because of COVID, but this season we definitely have the money. We want to see players going out, but Kroenke has the money to really put money into the club and rebuild from now, and we should see the reaps. Yeah, we should reap those rewards in a few years' time.
Rebuilds are clearly difficult. Look at what Barcelona, Inter Milan, Lille are all going through. There is difficult, and I know you got your Man Cities and your Chelseas and the very biggest clubs in England are doing business. But look around, look at Everton's signings this summer. No disrespect, but Demarai Grave 2 million, Andros Townsend on a free. They're not. I think they got a backup goalkeeper. Was it Begovic? I think. They're not.
Everton did spend in their last transfer window. So
we spent in our last transfer window as well.
That's a good point.
Like I don't think that. Yeah, more needs to be done, but I don't also think a rebuild is as easy as perhaps fans make out. But more should have been done by now.
Facts.
Still, are we finally going to talk about Odegaard?
No, one more thing.
Oh no.
Just quickly, we've got to speak about Messi. Just quickly, okay? I was going to read this from BBC Sport. So basically, unless there are any late hitches, Messi will become a PSG fourth free transfer signing this summer after the arrivals of midfielder Wijnaldum, defender Ramos, and goalkeeper Donnarumma. I didn't know they signed Donnarumma as well. They are going to be fake. Absolutely fake PSG. Highly rated right back Hakimi also joined from Inter Milan. Messi has agreed a new deal on 50% of his old wages to stay at Barcelona, but the club could not afford to implement it because they were so far above the wage limit allowed by La Liga. He used to earn 140 million euros gross a year at Barcelona. That's around 125 million, says Balaloug. Take off about 40 to 50% for tax. So he was earning crazy numbers of figures for his salary. I'm intrigued to see what he's actually earning now at PSG.
I've got to say, I don't love this whole Messi to PSG story.
Do you not?
I think a lot of people are seeing it as how do I put it? I think a lot of people are seeing this as like a really historical moment, which it definitely is. Messi, the greatest player of all time, in my opinion, leaving Barcelona, the club he's been at all his career. I understand why it's such a big talking point, but for me, it's soured by the fact that he didn't want to go. And Barcelona didn't want to lose him. It's just happened the way it has to happen. It's just the nature of their financial situation right now, the salary cap.
I hear they're in £1 billion of debt. Barcelona. That is
might well
mental.
be like the money they've paid for. People always laugh at me when I play Football Manager. They always because they'll be like, "Don't base real life on Football Manager." But what the Football Manager does tell you is like their wage. The players' wages, right?
Yeah.
And that's info you can get from pretty much anywhere else. It's just where I find it. Sometimes there's a bit off, it can be a bit off or whatever, but some of the wages that those players are on that they signed are beyond a joke. Like, who signed off on some of the signings, some of the money spent at Barcelona? I will never, ever, ever know. But like, on signings as well that were evidently never going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, they didn't fit. Like, signing Coutinho but not really know how they wanted to play him. They signed Antoine Griezmann, but it wasn't clear how they could play him because they wanted him to fill a void that he's not comfortable playing in.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering, Barcelona fans might correct me, but who did they lose? I think they lost, was it Neymar? Maybe it wasn't. And then the year after, I can't remember. But my point is, they've just made some outstandingly stupid signings, and it's led to this Messi situation. And now, guess what? The only club in the world who can afford him is PSG.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Lille did so well to win the league last year. Every now and again, PSG cock it up, but they're going to win it most years. And I just don't like it. It doesn't feel. I don't know. Maybe because I'm jealous. But I don't like the story is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Basically forced out of Barcelona. Neither party wanted it to happen. So where does he go? Basically kind of the easiest option.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that's why he went.
I was gonna say,
I'm not saying that's why he went. I think Messi is someone... I love Messi. He's my GOAT for me. And I think he will always challenge himself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like... Of course, PSG were probably the only team who could afford him.
Yeah.
Like, of course he was going to be PSG. I don't know. I just don't like the story that much, if I'm honest.
Okay, interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. For me, the world news, it was world news at the time when obviously he left. I was shocked. I think a lot of people were. I obviously watched his speech as well. That actually was very emotional and it hit me as well. So I think it is quite big. I hear what you're saying doesn't sit right, but that's kind of the situation that Barcelona have got themselves in now. So it only seems right for him to move on. I think he didn't. I don't think he wanted to leave either. But it's a matter of.
He said it.
Yeah,
he did his press conference in absolute tears.
And he cried. Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's not like. And when Ronaldo went from Madrid to Juventus, that was a great story because this was Juventus who had got to 2 Champions League finals in the matter of years, and they thought Cristiano Ronaldo's the missing piece, and he was ready to leave Real Madrid. And they spent the money, and it was like a wow. The story here is, are Juventus about to take themselves into that kind of elite bracket with Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, who'd won it? Are they going to get over the line? And obviously it's not worked out that way, but that was a more fascinating story.
So what you're annoyed about? Yeah, go on. So this one. So what you're annoyed about? Because then you're saying PSG already are that gigantic club.
No. You're misunderstanding me. I'm not annoyed at it. I just don't like the story. Like, I think for a lot of people, this is like the drama. Barcelona, like, lose Messi. He's off to PSG. He's going to play with Mbappe and Neymar. Oh my God. And I'm like, I just find it more sad than anything. Like, I don't think it's a particularly like pleasant transfer story. I don't think it's happening for the right reasons. I think it's kind of been forced on him.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But are you excited to see them all play alongside each other though?
Not really. In the Champions League, yeah. Come the Champions League knockouts where they've drawn Man City or Liverpool or
I can't wait
whoever it might be.
I can't wait to see
it.
Or
Barcelona, that would be funny. Or Real Madrid or whatever. Yeah, that would be. That would be fascinating.
It's going to be incredible.
But otherwise, no, I'm not overly. I'm not going to be tuning into, Ligue 1 suddenly. I'll probably watch Marseille because Saliba up against that through.
It's going to be mental. It's going to be mental.
Is it though?
Yeah, I mean, they're like the most entertaining probably footballers at the moment right now. Like in one team, it's going to be. I'm excited for it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's let you take the lead and finish with the Odegaard, and I think there's another story you want to touch on as well.
There's a follow-on from it. So basically, Martin Odegaard, we kind of hear this news break every day, but it's kind of with every day it's kind of more and more concrete. Let me just find the actual story. They're basically saying that Martin Odegaard is leaving. Let me have it. There we go. Right, according to Onda Cero, who I believe a radio station, they say in Madrid it's quite clear that Martin Odegaard is leaving the club and Dani Ceballos is going to stay. They've added to that Odegaard is increasingly determined to leave Real Madrid. That's from Madridista Real. So it's kind of building that he does want to leave the club. He wants to be a first choice player. But the interesting development, literally after we came up with this title, we were ready to go live, is that Dani Ceballos has suffered what people are calling an anterior peroneotalar ligament injury. I probably destroyed that word.
I'm so glad.
Anyway,
I'm so glad that you had to say that.
I know. Dr. Raj Palbra, who is a fan of the channel, I believe, interacts with us, and he is an Arsenal fan, and he's always on Twitter. Whenever there's an injury, he gives this kind of insight into how long it should take, what the situation is here. I believe he's a sort of sports scientist and stuff, but go check him out. His at is 3CB Performance. He has said that return is typically 4 to 6 weeks after injury, so he shouldn't be gone for that long, because I've got to say, when you hear cruciate and you hear ligament, you always think like 5 months. So it shouldn't impact the Odegaard situation that much, but this is an interesting one for Real Madrid, because I think Toni Kroos got injured as well, and maybe Valverde, I think, and Odegaard didn't play or didn't start in one of their friendlies despite injuries. So this is a very kind of weird situation for him. I think he wants to prove himself at Real Madrid, but it's just becoming more and more evident that it's just probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Would you take him back?
I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that. I would. Yeah, I would take him back. But obviously, there's talks of Maddison obviously coming in as well. And if I'm honest, I want to see Maddison. Business-wise, it probably makes sense to get Odegaard. I think you'll get him for a lot cheaper than you'll get Maddison. You definitely will get him a lot cheaper than you will get Maddison. So it makes sense to bring him in. But I think even if we bring Odegaard back, we should still be making another signing in that midfield, which I think is fully possible and feasible as well. So, yes, I wouldn't be angry at seeing Odegaard come back. I think he done well when he was here at Arsenal. I think you agree as well, James. You was a fan of him when he was here last season, right?
I liked Odegaard. I thought, yeah. I think. Let me ask you this: if you could right now.
Oh, here we go.
Here's option A, option B. Option A, you get Martin Odegaard now, done. Or option B, you wait and see if you get Maddison. But there's no guarantee you get Maddison.
Do we get Basuma?
No. I've asked you that.
Do we get Odegaard and Basuma, please?
I've asked you.
All right. No. For me, I just want to see signings and signings that kind of work. I actually would. When you say wait for Maddison, do you mean wait till when we might not even get him? He will come, or we just wait.
No, you wait. Know. You see.
Okay, so then I'd confirm Odegaard this week.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Also, only because as well, I hope Arteta's not playing the same philosophy as he did last season, but I think Odegaard has a kind of feel for the club. He understands kind of what's been going on when he was here last season. They might be trying to implement what he was trying to implement last season. So when he comes back, if we sign him, say if we did sign him this week, he would kind of understand how to slot right back in. So yeah, that would be.
I'd love him back.
That'd be my.
I'll take a few comments if that's okay. Some people alluding back to the Messi stuff we were chatting about. Gio says, "Oh please," they're coming at me, "Oh please, James, a couple of years in Paris and he can retire back in Barcelona."
No, someone did say James is speaking facts as well.
I did see that. That was sweet.
Funk Masters sends a super chat saying, "If Messi loves FC Barcelona, then why not play for free?" I think do you know what? No. I read about this. I believe he asked for 50% of his wages. Then I think there was something to say that he was looking to do that, but against Spanish law, he can't do that.
I don't know too much about that.
That's what I read in the publication today. I was on BBC Sport, just so to clear that up. So
K West says, "Lol, James, not happy about Messi. Lol, mate, not everything is enchanted fairy tales and perfect endings. This is the real world. #typical Arsenal fan." Ooh. That's fine. Doesn't mean I have to like it. You know?
Yeah, love.
In the real world, really bad things happen. Doesn't mean I have to like them.
No, that's fair. You
Right?
tell
I accept
them.
it happens.
Love_Rami says, James avoided an elephant in the room. Arteta.
Well, he's our manager. What more do you want me to do about that? We've got some super chats. Sky says, we need a cam. Odegaard is better than Maddison at reading the game in the final third. That's Arsenal's major problem. Maddison is costly and will bench Smith Rowe. Ooh, hot take there. I think there's some truth to some of that. Sayart with the super chat says, have a feeling we may get Martin over the line this window. The link has been lasting for so long. Could also explain why there's no movement for a cam so far. Well, there isn't in the sense that we haven't got one in, but there is in terms of supposedly we, are really trying for James Maddison. So that's me done for the day, Cecil.
Perfect. And to wrap up, we'll take this last super chat from Red Square. Says, if we lose on average 10 points per season, more than any other team, 3 years running, won't matter how many English players we sign. I mean, that's the realist. That's the realist. This English thing that I think we're all trying to hold on to. It's not always going to be the saviour to our seasons. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
It's been eventful.
It has been eventful. It's always been good to be back. With you, alongside you, James B. Thank you for watching AFTV News Daily. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Don't do the paper.
I'm going to do the paper thing.